all our can't trade all our time for money, and this money ain't even getting us by. We spending all this time get these checks, and these checks can't, the checks don't even last. Let's talk about how the checks don't even last you 2 full weeks no more. The check be gone in like 2 days, or it be gone in that first week. It be gone in the first week. We need to talk about how the check be gone within the first week. Literally. It's honestly ridiculous. And to think like you spending 40 hours of your week, or hell, you might be even doing more time, and you still don't got enough. You still struggling. That's why I'd rather lose out temporarily on some money if I know that what I'm creating and what I'm doing can lead me to more money. I would rather just take the loss in that moment and just struggle for that little bit, because I'm telling you right now, I done talked to older people. I didn't talk to older people in my family who just stayed working their jobs for years. And now that they in retirement age, or they can't no longer work because of health concerns, literally, like, they regret it. Like, they wish they would have did something other than just give all their time to the job.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of The Good Faith Show. I'm your host, Andre Morton, and The Good Faith Show is only exclusively on the ATP Network. You can catch the ATP Network on YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, and Twitter. And also, happy Friday as well. I know I took a 2-day sabbatical. It's because I'm tired. I've been working. I've been working the last 2 days, and schedule adjustment, and it's kind of hard. But I'm gonna continue to make y'all some content, because I know some of you guys will enjoy my stuff, right? I hope so. I mean, why you keep coming back watching my shit? To be honest with you. But anyway, I got some shameless plugs. Follow the official ATP Network Twitter account. The handle right there. um, on your ticker at ATP Network 247. And be sure to like the video and subscribe. It helps us out in the algorithm. And also, to go to GazaFunds.com, support Palestinians any way you can, by donating or, just sharing the links. Sharing the link is easy. Like, everybody that cares about, this flag right here, these people, should at least share the link. I mean, the bare minimum. Like, it'd be one thing if I'm begging y'all to donate. Like, I don't do that because I know people are struggling. So share the link on GazaFunds.com. So anyway, you seen that video. She's talking about a paycheck don't last a week. I mean, like, um, damn, I forgot that woman's name. Like, the system is intended for the paycheck not to last. Like, that's because wages got stagnant since the 70s. And if they say that if inflation, I mean, if our production kept up with the inflation, we'll be making $25 an hour, which, in a lot of areas, $25 an hour would be adequate to buy a one bedroom home. I mean, one bedroom apartment, but even that's still not enough because in some states you still need $35 an hour to afford a two-bedroom apartment, which is just absolutely insane. Like, I live in Louisiana. I've had a lot of people say you in a echo chamber. I kind of am, but like, being on the internet and seeing people's struggles, like, a lot of these people live in states where you need 30 and 40 bucks an hour to afford an apartment, not a house. Not a house, an apartment. It's just, wow. Sometimes, how do these people make it? Like, damn, do these people work 40 hours a week, then well, shit, that ain't even enough. If you work 40 hours a week at your job, and then you do DoorDash, and I heard somebody on, I think, was it Instagram, said they made only 40 bucks doing 12 hours of DoorDash. I'm like, damn, like 12 hours of DoorDash? Like, damn, that's a lot of orders or something. But yeah, and then DoorDash, they have shady practices, like they force you to accept an order even if, you know, like, people, like, it's a lot of videos that talk about how, to maximize the use of DoorDash, um, but yeah, so yeah, yeah, paychecks don't last. That's by design. That's by design, and she's right. Like, I probably could do a little bit more work. But I'm not working myself to death, man. Like, doing this is my therapy. So yeah, if I had to miss out on other opportunities work wise, I'm just gonna have to do it. Like, I'm fine anyway. So yeah. But I got a couple of more videos for you guys. Let's start with this one. This one's interesting.
More than when I'm trying to watch like a movie or a TV show, and out of nowhere, with no explanation, the writers insert Israeli propaganda. Sometimes it's subtle, like a kid will be getting bullied and his bullies will chase that kid into like a corner, and the kid will turn around, "Hey, you don't want to fight me? I know Krav Maga." Listen here, fucker. No kid knows what the fuck Krav Maga is. Second of all, Krav Maga, it's not even a real fucking martial art. Nobody who knows how to fight respects Krav Maga. A not so subtle example,
Man, Krav Maga, that sounds new to me. I think I heard that like one time in a movie, but yeah. Yeah, so.
was watching Predator 3 yesterday, and all the military people like fall out of the sky. They don't really respect each other because, they're all from all over the world. But the US soldier checks out the female sniper. He looks at her and goes, "Huh, you IDF?" Ah! You with the IDF? Like, the movie is indicating to the audience that the IDF is a respectable military force. Also, another thing from that movie. There's a part of the movie where like they kind of realized that they were kidnapped in the middle of battle or when they were doing something. Each person is like, "Oh, I was in a war. Oh, I was in a drug war." And then when it gets to the IDF lady's turn, the US soldier interrupts her. It doesn't really matter where we're from. Mind you, they were all in the middle of a conflict, and the IDF lady has a sniper rifle. Are you fucking serious?
But let me say one thing. Like, Since we know that the police train with the IDF, so like, is the police Israeli propaganda? I mean, I don't think people really thought about that. Like all these propaganda shows that is out right now, have been out for a long time anyway. But I mean, that's Israeli propaganda too as well. So I mean, I'm not surprised. I think half of Hollywood is, yeah, I say most of Hollywood is, Zionist anyway. So I mean, I'm not surprised. Like that movie, what Snow White, what's that woman named Gal Gadot, whatever the fuck her name is, some kind of Israeli token. Like, she's alone the reason why the movie flopped, and they blame Rachel Zegler for it flopping because she put forth this. No, it's not Rachel. It's the other one. So yeah, I'm not surprised. Like, to be honest with you, like, you gotta, like, when I was younger, like when I used to watch cop shows, I didn't really realize like why they was pushing it out so much. It's because, I think the Rodney King fallout, people, well, really led up to that. So I guess, I'm pretty sure, Hollywood's, the police state and Hollywood came together like, you need to make more cop based movies. You know, like, promotes cops are good. Like the shit you see on TV about cops, like that shit's fake. Like, I think everybody knows that it's fake. Um, like, the cops don't actually solve crime. Like that right there, cops do is, they go into a Starbucks when um somebody act disorderly over they coffee being cold, or crack a protester's head wide open or some shit during a pro-Palestine protest. Like, that's what cops do. They don't fucking solve crime. they, a lot of these movies always have these cops stopping these drug raids. Um, dude, um, cops are the ones that plant the drugs. So I mean, like, what the fuck? But anyway, I got one more video for you guys. Now, I can relate to this in a lot of ways. Like, when I was younger, it's like that's when, like, the young, well, not young hustler, the hustling culture in general, especially as a black man, became prevalent. A lot of people say, "Oh, you gotta put in work, you gotta hustle, you gotta, you gotta pay the pavement, man. You gotta do this, you gotta do that." Like, I mean, in this video, you see this guy. He at Walmart, and he's pushing all of these buggies in, and for $11 an hour. I'm like, bro, you straining your body to push buggies in that's going to eventually be dispersed all over in the parking lot anyway. And then on top of that, for $11, and then don't they have those? Yeah, Walmart got those things where the buggies push in by themselves. Like, why are you not using that? Why are you? I just don't understand. You know, I just hate, one thing I don't like about the black community these days is the whole hustler mentality. Like, I have a coworker. I'm not ratting you out if you watch this. He said he watched some of my stuff, but I'm just saying, like, he's an entrepreneur. He sells stuff, and then he works with me. He do he has a podcast and all that stuff. Like, you know, um, I just hate the fact that we are so entrenched in the hustle mentality, the hustle culture. Like, nobody shouldn't have to hustle to survive. I mean, the billionaire class don't hustle. Hell, they just fleece the hell. The billionaire class fleece the working class, because the working class are the ones making them fucking money. Um, I just don't, like, that is part of the system as well. Like, hey, if you want to survive, you gotta push these buggies hard into wall. Push these buggies, you know, with your bare strength to Walmart, for that $11 an hour. Nah, bro.
matter what, just hit it hard. Every day. For the people. For you, it's a stepping stone. No matter where you at, make the best of it. You asked for it. So that means you go all the way through till you level up. Let's go.
People gotta understand something too. And I'm gonna get to the news stories. Like, bro, you doing that? Like, Walmart don't care. Walmart's not gonna promote you to a higher position in the company, bro. Like, I just want to just keep this shit 100 with all the people that's watching now that thinks like this guy, man. Like, kudos to him, man. He working hard. Like, people like to work. It's just the problem is that people still work and still need federal assistance. So I don't know why people say black people are lazy. Like, reason why black people are on social on food stamps and stuff is because their job is not paying enough for them to survive. Like, I'm so sick of that shit. But back to this. I don't want to get off track sometime. Like, he said you gotta go hard. I'm like, dude, like Walmart makes more money in an hour than shit. I think what this statistic that came out. Damn, I'm like, I need to. Damn, I forgot this. It was years ago. Like, Walmart makes more money in an hour than an employee makes in a year. So the average employee makes in a year. So yeah, like, I will not be out there, you know, wearing out my body for a corporation that that don't give a shit about me. Like no, that's just me. Like, I'm not hustling. Like, um, I don't believe in labels, but I would label myself as a communist. And communism isn't about hustling culture. So yeah, man, black folks need to stop, being entrenched in that. So what I'm gonna talk about today? Let's talk about the Newark mayor that got detained by ICE, and was it a PR stunt? And then David Hogg got stiffed by the DNC, which I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, what David Hogg wanted, it was really a nothing burger. I mean, it wasn't a big deal. And Amazon, Amazon want to go full automation. Um, and then a Trump voter regrets it. You know, and I have to say this again, like, even if this was even this person voted for Kamala Harris, I still say the same thing. So, all right, guys. So again, if you're just not coming in, I know, um, YouTube and Twitter stifles me with my views, so people start coming in later. Be sure to like the video. It's free and don't cost you nothing. Subscribe to the ATP network if you're on Rumble and YouTube. And all right, guys, let's get to it. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, man, you know what? When you go against the Democratic grain, like, this shit happens to you. This happens to you, man. Like, oh God, like, David Hogg, man, um, shout out to Nick. He said this, like, David Hogg want the Democratic, agenda to be from old neocons to young neocons. Like, that's true, but I mean, all David Hogg asked for was let's get rid of the do nothing Democrats and get rid of the cosplaying young neocons. Like, that's really what he wanted. But the DNC said, you know what? Fuck this young guy. Fuck him. Oh my God, bro, this is crazy. So this says the DNC takes steps to avoid election of Hogg and Kenyatta as vice chairs. Damn. Like, telling you, man, like, you gotta go along and get along in this party. Like, this is why I don't know why people still, like, ALC is still on the go along and get along. Like, like, yeah, they want you to do what they want you to do. They don't want you to get rid of the old guard that just only want to fundraise and just do nothing. Like, 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 if this was like 2018 when I was still like a Democratish, I agree with David Hogg, but I'd be on his side. But now looking at it, like, like, I should have known, like, as soon as he announced what he wanted to do, I should have known they're gonna stifle this guy. I just I I felt something. I like, nah, they like the DSC is nothing but a fucking, like, or oligarchy, like kind of like fucking, institution. Like, they say we're gonna let the new blood come in here and try to control what we want to do. Fuck you. But anyway, let me read it. It says David Hogg has faced sharp criticism for his plan to fund challenges to incumbent Democrats, but a DNC vote on Monday began an earlier complaint about the procedures used in an internal party election. So let me continue. Uh, it says the Credential Committee of the Democratic National Committee voted on Monday to void the results of the internal party vote that made David Hogg vice party chair, ruling that the election had not followed proper preliminary procedures. Bullshit. Nah, they lying. Basically, what they did was, oh, this guy think he gonna come in here and try to change shit. Nah, we're just gonna just give it up. Like, I mean, yeah, people gotta understand. Like, the DNC could literally do this. Like, they said like, you know, we could just get somebody off the fucking street. Hey, you want to be the nominee? Like, like they don't believe in procedure. They don't believe in nothing. They don't believe in nothing. But let me continue. Um, the decision, which came after roughly 3 hours of internal debate and one tie vote, will put the issue before the full body of the Democratic National Committee. It must decide whether to force Mr. Hogg and a second vice chair, Malcolm Kenyatta, to run again in another election later this year. Mr. Hogg, 25 and now outspoken survivor of the 2018 school shooting in Parkland, Florida, has promoted a fierce backlash over his plans to spend up to $20 million through another organization he heads, Leaders We Deserve, on primary campaigns against incumbent Democrats. Ken Martin, the party chairman, said it was inappropriate for Mr. Hogg to intervene in primaries while serving as a party official, and has recommended changing the party bylaws to force him to sign a neutrality pledge. I mean, if you're a Democratic voter, which I don't recommend, I recommend you become an independent third party. But I would say this, like, you should be happy that David Hogg actually give a shit. but these people don't give a fuck, man. They like the Democratic Party don't want to win. They rather Democratic Party is the type of party where they rather fight against people that's, I guess, like Bernie Sanders was, that's a above approach in a lot of ways compared to the milquetoast neoliberal. Like, that's what Democrats want. They want a neoliberal candidate that just do whatever the billionaires want them to do, say platitudes to satisfy the masses. That's all they want to do. They don't want to fight. And what's $20 million anyway? I mean, like, what? What? That's two candidates that he potentially want to, like, primary. Um, it says the ruling by the Credentials Committee on Monday was not technically related to Mr. Hall's plan to engage in primaries. Instead, it was the result of a complaint from Caitlin Free, one of the losing candidates in the vice chair race. Ms. Free said the party had wrongly combined the two separate questions into a single vote, putting it at a disadvantage to female candidates because of the party gender parity rules. Bull crap. In a statement, Mr. Hogg acknowledged the decision was made on procedural grounds, but that it also impossible to ignore the broader context of my work to reform the party, which loomed large over this vote. Even he said it, like, hey, like, they don't like me actually trying to, like, reform the Democratic Party. So yeah, they trying to oust me. Like, yeah. Um, I mean, like this dude was a survivor of the Parkland, Florida shooting, and I remember that, man. Like, I mean, like, yeah, like, none of these parties give a fuck about gun reform. I mean, not going in terms of, like, yeah. So, I mean, David Hogg is just like, I guess, I mean, maybe I'm being a little too soft on the guy, but maybe he wanted to join the DNC to do good things, but now he know what they really are about. The DNC has pledged to remove me, and this vote has provided and revenue to fast track the effort, he added. It says Mr. Kenyatta expressed frustration on social media, both with the committee's decision and all the attention on Mr. Hogg, knowing that he won 298 votes to 114.5. What the hell? 114.5. I mean 214.5. What? For Mr. Hogg. He called the decision a slap in my face and said that the process was not about Mr. Hogg, even though he clearly wants it to be. Um, then it says in a statement, Mr. Martin said, "I'm disappointed to learn that before I became chair, there was a procedural error in the February vice chair elections. The Credential Committee has issued their recommendation. Uh, I trust that the DNC members will carefully review the committee's resolution and solve this matter fairly." So I'm gonna end it right there. I don't want to read that shit any more further. So yeah. So basically, they. Um, so basically, he's saying that, oh, Mr. Hogg, he shouldn't be in there because of an error. So let's redo it and I'll win and do what the Democratic elite tell me to do. That's basically what that Kenyatta person said. So my final thoughts on this. I mean, if I was David Hogg, the common sense thing would do is leave the Democratic Party. But he's not. He's not. I don't. I don't put it past him. I mean, that takes too much of courage to actually do something that's right. I mean, bro, he did something that's milk toast as fuck. I mean, that's the most milk toast thing to do. I mean, it's not like this man said, "I'm gonna try to you know, I want to put more money into getting all these motherfuckers out of here." Like he said, just target areas where the do nothing Democrats are, put them with young neocons. So like any change, these people will fuck you over, bro. Like the Democratic Party don't give a fuck. So let me get to the next story. All right, guys. So the next story I want to talk about is from the New Jersey Monitor. It says Newark mayor detained by federal agents during protests at the ICE jail. So yeah, I'm late as fuck, but if you just want watching to want me to give my thoughts, that's cool. Everybody and their mama covered this. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna read a little bit of this, and I got a couple of others. I got a video and another article to prove why this was a PR stunt. But let me continue. And it's fun and small. Let me make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Ross Baraka, the mayor of Newark and one of 6 Democrats running in the New Jersey's next governor, that's a sign right there, was arrested and detained by federal immigration agents Friday during a protest at an immigrant detention center in Newark, according to his campaign. Barack's uh, Barack's arrest comes just over a week after the immigration jail of Delaney Hall opened its doors as the largest detention center on the East Coast. Uh, Baraka, sorry about that, whose city filed a lawsuit challenging whether the facility's owner secured proper city permits for opening, has spent a week protesting outside the jail and attempting to gain entry to no avail. It says photo taken by Representative Bunny Watson Coleman, who was also at Delaney Hall Friday, shows a handcuffed uh, Baraka being led away from the facility in handcuffs. It's unclear whether he was charged with any crime. He was taken to the Department of Homeland Security Investigation Office in Ferringhusen Avenue in Newark, and Kaba Moss, a um, uh, Bukhara spokesperson. About 200 people gathered under the pouring rain outside that building late Friday night, chanted "Free Mayor Baraka." No justice, no peace. Some files say they will not leave until he's released. So yeah. I mean, look. Um, actually, here's the breakdown of it. It was some Congress people, some Democratic Congress people, and him was at the ICE detention facility, and it turns out that when you in Congress, you have oversight. Like they have access to go into the ICE facility and look at the living conditions and all that shit. But because um, he was mayor, he didn't have no oversight, so he couldn't just go in there. And apparently, as the article wrote, well, I'm gonna show the body cam footage now, but he got arrested, and I think after recording this video, I think yesterday he was supposed to go to court over that arrest. So now let me play the body cam video because it's good to have video evidence as well. Here we go. Here we go.
Your city. You are here on private property. On private property.
All right, this is the last. I'm not man. Listen, this is the last warning.
Oh, it's Congresswoman. Let's show some respect. Show some respect.
All her man.
You don't have no.
Why their heads are blurred out? Ain't they government officials? Technically, like what? That's weird as fuck to me. Okay.
No respect.
Listen,
What does it mean?
Congressmen are different. Congresswomen are different. Mr. Mayor, anyone that is not a congresswoman or man, step up. It's the last warning. You will be placed under arrest.
You let him in, you piece of shit. He's the mayor. Let him in.
Don't rush in. Don't rush in.
No.
Don't, please. We at a gate. Back up.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. Shame on you people.
They're saying that because he was on this side, that he
Where's my congresswoman? Where's my congresswoman?
Don't touch us.
Don't do it. No. Back up. All right. Back up. Back up.
Don't touch us. This is not right.
It's on the coat. It's on the coat. Calm down. Calm down. I'm not resisting. I know.
Keep all of your goddamn hands off of me! Hell wrong with you? You ever put your hands on me? Hell wrong with you? Hell wrong with you? You better get your officer! Miss Perez! Miss Perez, get your fucking officer!
Let your hand go for her.
What? Well, with him, he just assaulted me. Let's just walk on this. I am filing a complaint. All right. I am filing a complaint. Listen to me. I'm filing a complaint. You can't talk to a congresswoman like that, and you got to put your hands on me. You will pay.
Okay, so it's a lot to say right there. Now, apparently the woman at the end, I guess ICE roughed her up, I guess too. Now, like I told y'all earlier, right? The Congress people could go into the ICE detention facility, but the mayor, he's just the mayor. Like you can't just go into a federal, center detention centers in all nearly willy, right? Now, I think this was a PR stunt. I'm pretty sure those Congress people, along with Baraka, I keep botching up his fucking name, Bakara. I think they set this up so he could get arrested, so he could boost his poll numbers as he run for governor of New Jersey. Like, I mean, like, come on, like anybody, like you ain't gotta be in politics to see what's going on. All you have to know is this guy running for governor, and then on top of that, um, like all this PR shit, and like shout out to JB for saying this first. Like, what were these same people at when Joe Biden was detaining immigrants? Like, people act like this shit just started on Trump. Like, Joe Biden was doing the same shit. It just the media decided not to cover it. I mean, you'll think Fox News will cover it, but Fox News agrees with, get rid of immigrants. Like, see, it show you the media is just as complicit as the motherfucker perpetrator. Like, what would it? Why wouldn't they? Wasn't they at the ICE detention facility when Joe Biden was in office? Oh, I know why. Because you can't go beyond the blue pill. Like once you go beyond like David Hogg, like David Hogg said, you know what? Let's add some young, energetic young neocons to the party. The Democrat and the DNC lost their shit. Same with this. Like if they went to ICE detention facility with during the Biden administration, like their ass would be probably primary. Like that's just the way it is. Um, like Obama built the cages. Why wasn't they like this shit did not start under Trump? Like get me. I don't like Trump at all. I have some deep bad. Y'all know what I mean, but I'm just saying like it just both parties are complicit in this. Like why like I just don't understand like why when you at the ICE detention facility during the Biden administration like you just did all this shit just to try to run for governor to boost your poll numbers. Like that's what it was all about. Like nobody's stupid, man. I'm pretty sure the DNC is gonna run this. They're gonna push this out ads. For him running for governor, and you know, like oh, Trump's ICE locked me up. Because because I actually give a damn about the immigrants. You don't give a damn about the immigrants. That I don't care. The Republicans don't care about them. You don't care about them either. So let me get this last article of this. Share my screen right quick. Um, so this is what it was all about. Um, uh, right here. It's lagging a little bit. Um, this was all about right here. This arrest was just a PR stunt, so it boosts his poll numbers. Like, like yeah, like that's all you need to know. That right there, that article. I mean, do I even have to get into it? Oh man, like platitudes, man. Like, 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 again, like you gotta ask yourself, like, where was these motherfuckers at when Joe Biden was um getting capturing immigrants and deporting them? And the craziest thing is too, I forgot about this. Joe Biden deported more immigrants than Donald Trump, and Donald Trump has a 1,200 a day quota. That's why now you see um they're just randomly picking up people that are American citizens. Like I worry about a few comrades because they're brown, and I'm worried about them getting scooped up by ICE every day. Like that's just a horrible situation within itself. Because when you have a quota, it means, hey, let's just get anybody that's brown. No matter if they've been in this country 40 years, or they're born here. Like fuck it, like we got a quota to make. But Biden just did his shit under the cover. So that's what the Democrats do. They do their shit under the cover. See, the Republicans will tell you, hey, we don't give a fuck. We're going to do this, that, and nothing you can do about it. The Democrats, they give you platitudes you know, and build cages and shit, and also, too, before I get to the next story, AOC, like, see, people like her, like, um, like where was she when like during the Biden administration. Like she crying at the border and shit. You know, the photo op, which it was a photo op. Like I believe AOC was planning to run for president since she got into Congress. I really believe that. I believe it. I believe her and Bernie been talking behind the scenes. You know, um, come up with these scenarios. Like I'm pretty sure if Kamala won, they probably won't be doing this oligarchy tour. I mean, my thing is too. I would love to ask AOC and Bernie, like, if Kamala won, will you still be doing the fighting oligarchy tour? Because you know Kamala Harris had a whole lot of oligarchs that put money to her campaign within how many days she had to run? 100 days? Like, that's a lot of money, and then she couldn't account for the money. Like what were they doing with the money? Going to Cancun with it? Like, so yeah, man, these people are full of shit. Like, you know, like somebody always say, don't believe the hype, man. Just don't believe the hype. All right, guys, on to the. All right, guys. So, um, now, you know, this is one of these moments where, um, this is why people need to be better educated. It's like people see that one administration don't do shit for them, and then they vote for the other administration because the other administration always make empty promises. I mean, like this been going on forever. Like this is nothing new under Trump or under Biden. Like I wish all Americans realize that this shit is a game. Like we got a long way to go. You know, people are waking up. That's true. More people are waking up now. I think, especially the war in Gaza, not the war, the genocide in Gaza. I think that woke a lot of people up, primarily a lot, but still got a long way to go. So, I mean, and to be honest with you, disclaimer: if this was Kamala Harris, because I'm pretty sure people would regret it voting for Joe Biden, and they pretty sure would regret voting for Kamala Harris because um, yeah, the Democrats cutting your Medicaid, but I mean, the Republicans are cutting your Medicaid, but what the Democrats are gonna do? They're not gonna expand Medicaid. They're gonna just keep shit the same or means test it. So this is from Vox. It says the rise of regretful Trump voter, and also too, if you're a liberal and you watching this, you know, like I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. Because I know what people say. See, I told you if you voted for her. No, Kamala wouldn't do shit either. That's the point. Um, it says September 2024, Sharita White made a desperate choice after supporting Democrats in previous presidential election cycles. The 37-year-old black Philadelphian decided she would cast her ballot for Donald Trump. Her life, her life during the Biden years have taken a financial turn. Her husband had died. She lost her job, and she was forced to move her kids to the Philly neighborhood, notorious for crime and fentanyl addiction. I like how Vox wrote that. Like, yeah. With a son with a chronic ailment, her tight food budget had been padded by pandemic stimulus checks. I mean, damn. Like you only got 3 checks, so I mean, she ain't buying much food with 1,400, 600, 1,200. I'm just telling you that now. Um, with those going, the high inflation pushing up the cost of living, life felt drastically different. When Trump was in the chair, black people was up, and I want Trump back in the chair because I've been struggling ever since he's been out of the chair. See, that's the part people don't understand. It's like, you know, every year shit get worse and worse and worse. Of course, during the Trump first term, things was better. Like I hear a lot of people say, a lot of black people say that. Like, yeah, things get worse. Like I'm pretty sure things were better in the Obama years. Then people say things were better under the Trump years. Then people say things were, well, now you know a lot of people say things were bad under the Biden years, which was no lie here. Like inflation was high. Um, Biden could have done something about that, but he chose not to. Also too, yeah, people say, yeah, the supply chain was compromised because of the pandemic. That's part of the reason why. Most of the reason was because of greedflation. Like my thing is, these corporations want to just update stock portfolios up by a couple of points. Like that's what it was about. Um, she said, she told me to today explain producer Miles Bryan last fall in front of a cheesesteak shop. where Republican operatives was campaigning for black voters. When November came, she joined millions of other black, Latino, and young voters who broke with the Democrats and cast their vote for Trump. Uh, I mean, like, I don't think a lot of young voters voted for Trump. Now, yeah, some black people did vote for Trump. A lot of Latinos voted for Trump, but that's kind of a little deceiving right there. Um, Voters like Sharita White, disengaged, historically democratic, and frustrated with the status quo, powered a historic red shift in the Democratic strongholds across the country, helping Trump sweep the electoral college battlegrounds and win the popular vote. Um, Trump is status quo. Like this one thing I don't get. Like just show you people forget shit. Well, she did say that things were better under Trump, which I mean, I mean when people mean like that mean that they had a job that was trailing above water. I don't really think people mean that they were living a lavish lifestyle. Like like a lot of people lost their jobs during the pandemic. A lot of people, you know, a lot of people, family members died. Probably, supporting person of the household died, or just a lot of shit happened these last 5 years, man. It's just been a roller coaster ride. But again, it's like, I mean, like, was your life really better under Trump? Like, Trump is status quo. Like, he just, like, like, oh God. But let me continue. Let me see. But 8 months later, the White House White told her she feeling worse. I just see things keep rising and stuff, and things does not look like they're getting better and stuff. When she said when we caught up with her Northeast Philly home in May, because at this point it's like nothing is getting better and the economy is getting worse. She regrets her vote for Trump and she's not alone. Across a range of polling averages and survey data, a similar picture is developing. Black, Latino, and young voters are turning sharply against him, reversing the gains he made throughout 2024 with traditionally Democratic voting groups. Trump created multiracial working class Republican coalition. Yeah. But just 3.5 months into his presidency, the coalition looked like it's falling apart. Well, you could say like basically with these town halls, these Republican town halls, people are frustrated and people like this woman and other people saying like, "Hey, this man don't give a shit about me either." You could say they fucked around and found out. I hate they had to do it like this, but you know, the far left been screaming into the void that both of these parties ain't shit. Like we literally screaming into the void, and people aren't seeing it because the algorithm, like most likely you'll probably see more Ben Shapiro or Charlie Kirk videos on social media than RBN and Savvy Sabs and even our little ass channel. But yeah, at this point, if you like this woman, for example, like you voted for Biden, voted for Obama, I'm pretty sure they didn't do shit for you. You turn around and voted for Trump because Trump promised they'll lower grocery prices, which even though eggs are coming down, they're coming down really slow. Like eggs is still $3 a carton. Dozen, which eggs used to be $1 or something, or even $2. But no, neither here nor there. And gas prices still stagnant. I mean, I thought gas was supposed to be $1.98. That was Trump said. And gas still $2.70 in my area. So, um, but yeah, like, what would it take for these people to realize that both of these parties don't give a shit? Like, what would it take? Like, like, sometimes it feel like you just do what you can and people just don't want to listen. This, I get it. This two-party system got most of these people in a grab. Even in these articles, she said she's disengaged with politics. Like, that right there is the main problem. Like, people think politics don't matter. Everything you do is political. Everything you do, your job, you going to work, like the roads you out on. I'm pretty sure a lot of areas roads have potholes and stuff. The car you drive, that's political. Um, like everything is political based. Like this is how Americans are. Like every 4 years, they talk about the election. Then after, whoever gets into the White House, because we don't have a real election system in this country, either be red or blue pilled. Um, then they disengaged. So let me continue a little bit more. Trump was elected president in no small part because his campaign unconventional wages paid off. His team bet that by focusing on the economy, inflation, and immigration, and by bringing that message to non-traditional media platforms and to places where Republicans typically struggle, they might activate a coalition of the disaffected. And also, they talk about the immigration thing for a second too. Um, yeah, I think the media played a big part in this by weaponizing the immigration issue, especially among black people, because you see a lot of black people saying that the immigrants are the reason why they are struggling. They're coming over here, getting all these free benefits, taking all the jobs, which most of the jobs that the immigrants work are jobs that you would not do. You would not do those jobs, bro. You would not do those jobs. You think your job you got now is underpaying you. Imagine what these immigrants that come over here just trying to make a living because their country got destabilized by the United States, by the way, which people should. That's why people need to be educated. You say to yourself like, yeah, they're not taking our jobs, bro. Yeah, like, yeah, that's bullshit. I've been lied to. Um, as a black guy, hearing that every day, because I work around a lot of black people, I be around a lot of black people, obviously, it gets frustrating. It gets to the point in time where, like you said, damn, like, at this point, man, are you really anti-immigrant? I don't think most of these people are not. I'm just saying, it's like, it's not true. Like, of course, Trump gonna run on that. I mean, look what he's doing now. Obrego Garcia or Mahmoud Khalil, like they're still in detention. So yeah. Let me continue. Uh, it worked in November, but now his perceived inability to deliver on this seems to be fueling a great unraveling of this coalition. Trump overall drop approval and personal favorability ratings have steadily dropped, largely because voters disapprove of and distrust his handling of the economy. When Trump took office, he and his agenda had more support than in his first term, but voters wanted him to mainly focus on the economy and more specifically on inflation. In March, the political mood began to turn. The views of the economy and Trump's stepward of it began to sour. Many voters, including those who joined his coalition in November, told pollsters that Trump was focusing on the wrong things. When he announced his Liberation Day tariff scheme, jolting the stock market and threatened to raise prices, he seemed to lock in that sense. And that also too the reason why I think Trump, trying to clean up his act by saying, "Hey, I'm gonna lower the prices. We're gonna choose the country that pays the lowest amount of prescription drugs," which I think is a nothing burger to me because, um, like Trump, he's kind of in a bind, like you're doing something that's pro, that's pro working class, I guess, but you stifling the people that, you know, stifling your being that robber baron buddies. So yeah, you know, because Trump knew that the tariff war, like he lost it. It's still with China. A lot of people said, well, he kept, he reversed his tariffs in China. Like it's still a 30% tariff in China. So I mean, people are still going to struggle. Like, but let me continue and read a little bit more here. And that's why, since the start of his term, Trump has been seeing the sharpest drops of his job approval ratings among those cohorts of voters who swung hard for him in November. Latino voters, 13% drop. Black voters, a 9% drop. Young voters, a 20% drop. Independents, -18, and moderates, -15, according to polls um, ag- aggregated and analyzed by the former political pollster Adam Carson. And it says low engagement voters, those people who don't pay a lot of attention to the news, swung hard for Trump in November. Now they have similarly soured on Trump, swinging more than 30 points away from him since January. According to another set of averages calculated by the data journalist Elliot Morris. So yeah, that's that. I ain't gonna continue because it's a long article, but basically now they're just breaking down the numbers. Like, yeah, people realizing that damn, Trump ain't shit either. like we told you so. But it's not y'all. It's not these people's fault that they don't know who we are. Like the system, like that's like I say, it's the algorithm. Like I'm pretty sure the algorithm was fair game, and they weren't pushing out authoritative content. More people will probably see a RBN or Savvy Sabs or Do Dissidents or Harlan's Media or even our little ass channel. But it is what it is. Unfortunately, that's why we got to continue to tell the truth because corporate media isn't going to like 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 we told y'all, Trump wasn't gonna do nothing for you either. That's why I didn't vote for Trump. I voted for Jill Stein. And even though I knew Jill Stein wasn't gonna win, and even if Jill Stein won, I knew that change isn't gonna happen as soon as she get in there. Like you gotta have to just burn the whole entire system down in order for it to change. So, all right, guys, that's the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I surely have. Um, I'm back on a regular schedule programming now because I enjoy doing this shit, man. This is my therapy. So be sure to like the video on your way out. Thank you so much for watching us. When you like the video, it helps us out in the algorithm. And also, too, if you on Twitter, please, I recommend going on YouTube or Rumble to watch our content. And also, too, we upload clips there as well. So, I know a lot of people don't have time to watch a replay of these live streams, but I still leave the live streams on there. I mean, why not? And also to go to GazaFunds.com. Help our Palestinian brothers and sisters. They're in desperate need. Israel is starving them. Um, Stuff like that. It's just it's diabolical what's going on. So GazaFunds.com. And also too, if you worried about is this stuff a scam, the people that runs Gaza Funds, I talked to the person that run it. Well, one of the people that run it, they said that they don't get no money from this. So that means a lot. Like that's transparency. So GazaFunds.com. And also on the bottom of your screen, follow the official ATP Network Twitter account if you're on Twitter /X. The handle for that is ATP Network 247. So, all right, guys, I appreciate you guys listening to my black ugly ass talk. Oh man, I'm crazy, but all right, guys, thank you so much for watching the Good Faith Show. I'm Andre Morton signing out. Oh yeah, and by the way, fuck Benjamin Netanyahu.